probably have a lot of things to do besides schoolwork and those many courses. And a good idea to balance all of those is to create a master list of almost everything you think you need to do or get done, essentially. Create that master list and then create buckets in your life. Buckets are basically like things that are grouped together. So buckets for me, buckets in my life include faith, academics, of course, school, work, content, or all things you, and fun and self-care. And so essentially what you do is look at your master list and segment those things into the buckets. Then you look at it, rate the list based on priorities and the ones that need the most like urgency and stuff. So some might not be so urgent, you can put it off for a couple months after this or a couple weeks, but it's great to have that overview and not have everything in your head. It's always good to just let it down. It really relieves your mind of all those stress. When you've done the rating and the segmenting based on priority and needed, then you put them into your calendar or schedule and stuff, just for you to be able to keep up and know what you need to do at a given time or a given set period. And you can also use time blocks if it's like intensive work type of thing, or so basically time blocks or timers to ensure that you finish the task on time. Hello there, my name is Yambaka Myangani and welcome to the third and last of the back to school series. In this video I will be doing stationery haul alongside giving you more tips to be efficient and manage your time effectively. So the first thing is this lovely calendar from my campus store. I saw it and I knew that I had to get it. So I've not seen anything like this, but I love it because I do a lot of like calendar planning, like I was talking about just a while ago. So this is a full month on, like just odd days of the month, and this one has the like four weeks basically laid out. So either which side I want to use, I can use it. And on this side you have next month and the future month. So I really love this because I'm gonna make the best use of it. If you don't have this, then you can just like purchase one of those like calendars this size or the smaller size, because this is really large. But I like things big and like really big, and so I can just see it. So if you've been following in the previous videos alongside the blogs and such, you know that I've been hammering on having clear plans and goals, right? So write them out is the easy part really, but then to implement them is the one that might be troubling. But once you have that, you need to be cognizant of the noise that will try to like block your view or your hearing of your goals. So be cognizant of these noises. While doing virtual year in the past few years, I realized that these noises can literally be the closest things to you, your parents, especially if you're staying at home, or your family members. All those noises just like choking your focus, alongside many other things, but also simply our phones also. So we have to be deliberate about blocking the noise. If it has to do with people, then you tell them that you're busy from this period to this period doing this, or you study in a space that they can be able to reach to you, so there's not that thing is limited. In terms of phones and stuff, time limits on phones and all this other thing, blocking apps and such, just ensure that you're intentional about blocking that noise and having that clear vision and just like working towards it. Yeah, so I got this also from the campus store. It's just basically pieces and stuff of sticky notes in different various sizes. So these are bookmarkers that I will use for marking pages in textbook. These are the little sticky notes. I love them. I should have got more from somewhere else, but these are really nice. I can't wait to use this. I got sheet protectors. I might not use this a lot, But if I do print something important and I want to put in a binder, I'll get that. I always buy these Muji set. They literally last me the year, and most times I don't even use them for school. I use them for like church notes and stuff. But I like to get them during back to school shopping, because you're gonna have different courses but similar setups, and other activities in your life that might have similar setup. A good idea is to batch the tasks together. So you might have to like watch recorded videos for courses, and it might be best to just choose a day for a specific, to focus on a specific course. It doesn't mean that that's all, that course is the only thing you do for the entire day, but maybe a bulk of that day is set for that one course, and then another for another course. So you're kind of like focused on one thing. You don't have to be like moving your mind from one thing to another. That could be a sense of like batching the task. Another sense could also mean that you choose one day for taking notes, reading, sorry, not days, more like time periods, because days is too vague, but like time periods. This time of hour you're just taking notes for this course, another course, or it might not even be courses. Like, I don't know, what if you learn something else on the side, so you take those notes in that same period. But like, just observe activities that are similar, batch them in one sense or another, either in time periods or in days. So for example, content creators, I don't know if there are many out there, but if you are, like, a great example is always like, if you're shooting videos and yours are like they're not really vlogs or anything, you will shoot your videos on like the same day and then edit on another. So that's another example of like batching. So if you get me. Since last year I love using this. I'm not taking that many intensive courses, so that's why I only got one, but I love these type of books. So in the first semester last year I had a maths course, and then in the other semester I didn't have a maths course, but I made use of the book for physics, because they're kind of like numbers games. So yeah, you really thick, they cover, so that's why I love them. Then I just got some little Hilroy notebooks. I bought this just because it was different and it had a cool graphic. That's why. White out, everyone needs them, but most times people forget to buy them, so they're really important. I love them. But this, it's just a set of photo leaves, but I love the 5-star brand because it's really thick, it's nice, and it doesn't like seep through too much. That's my preference. Colored inks, last time I got Papermate. This is just because sometimes I like to color code my notes, yes, just to make it more enticing to read. So that's why. Just one like a folder leaf type of thing for the folder leaves or any paper notes that I get. Markers, because I have a set of whiteboard sheets. Of course, ensure that you have designated study space. So that's the space you work. Get your desk and everything. It could even be like outside of your home, a library, if you have access to that. Depending on your situation in your hometown or city. If you have access to that, let that be it, designated. And sometimes it might still be at your home, but ensure that you have something to send to you. For some, it might be non-lyric music. They can just turn it on and set the mood. So for some, it might be, I don't know, pressing something, squeezing something, just something to signal you and get you into the realm of like deep focus work. It could be turning timer on or whatever it is. It's important to do that, and it's important to have like some form of routine and set thing to give yourself in the mood. I know that there's this character in the Bible called Daniel, and every time he went to pray, everyone knows it, that he opens his windows and kneels and then pray. That's kind of like a set routine. Maybe maybe he doesn't want to pray that day, but when he opens the window as he used, he just gets himself into the mood. So it's that deliberateness. Sometimes you're not gonna get motivated, but the little thing that you added before, because it's so easy to do, once you go towards that, you'll be able to like, get some momentum to go into what you're doing. You know, you can't just depend on motivation every time. But yeah, have some form of routine, something to get you in the mood. You know, on here we're all about curating your best life. All these tips should work for you if it fits your lifestyle. So my last tip is to really focus on observing the distractors. You're not the same person that you were last year. Even if it's the same program, same thing that you're doing, you're not the same. And new things might come up to be distractors, or many things can come up, like times change. So you need to really observe what are distracting factors in your life and how can you combat them as they come along. So for example, a big distractor that was for me last year was that my mind wanders a lot. Like most people's main distractors are their phones. Mine is my mind. I mean, sometimes my phone too, but I can like not go on my phone for a day or more, and it's my mind that's distracted me from whatever I'm working on or anything. So most of it is like, oh, you should do this about this project, or this is an idea, a really cool idea that you should get done. How I combat that, if I'm doing like deep focus work, let's say I'm studying or like trying to record like watch recordings and stuff, what I try to do is to have like a paper, like a brain dump thing. So as whatever comes in my mind pops up, I'll just write it down and save it for later, so I don't jump off to another thing. Another good tip with that is that sometimes we're always open, we have like different tabs open on the computer. So a good thing is to just have tabs related to that work that you're focusing on that time period, so that you're focused on it. Okay, but the thing is that it comes with skill and like being honest with yourself and just observing and seeing what you can tweak to, you know, curate that best study life for yourself. So I just bought this because I wanted just a switch of ballpoints. I wanted that. More sticky notes, as I said earlier. Highlighters. I just match the color pens just for note taking and stuff. Ooh, my fave is this. Honestly, I didn't want to get it just because I saw like a style that I preferred. It's those big ones with the binders at the end. They're really cool. But this had more just in terms of like content. So oh wow, this is like the semester timetable and stuff, but it's always good to have a planner as a student. We're here at the end. So as you know, alongside these 3 videos, there are accompanying 3 blogs with more tips and useful tips for just standing out and having a great academic school year. Alongside that is that there's going to be a giveaway sponsored rather by Do Good paper company, and so it's a stationery brand, a really amazing brand, and they do have like an academic themed collection. So they'll be giving out 2 prizes. So if you want to enter, just put your name in the Google form below, like put it out. There'll be a draw on my Instagram, so check out, follow me on there, and yeah, let's see if you win. Okay, bye. Just remember to never stop curating your best life.